Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna continue where we left off last time to continue the assembly of our engines. We're gonna mount the oil pump, head, everything. We're gonna try to finish up the block, and that's basically what we're gonna do. So we need to figure out some stuff, because some of the stuff is not very common to find on the internet. Like this little piece should go somewhere in the water canal of the cylinders, but I don't remember where and can't really find it online, so we need to figure that stuff out. And probably against all advice, we're gonna reuse the old cylinder bolts or head bolts. Since they're basically brand new. But yeah, so we're gonna figure out if that's a smart idea or not, or probably regret it at some point and then take it all apart again and then see what we're gonna do. We need to clean up some parts, such as the oil pump or the oil cooler and some other stuff, so that's gonna be interesting. Nevertheless, that's what we're gonna do right now, and hopefully by the end of the night we have a complete engine. We are first going to start by checking and cleaning up our oil pump. So, as mentioned, we are going to reuse our head bolts, and the thing is, I tried searching it online. It's very contradictory. People have different opinions about if you can reuse or if you have to, or some say. And the main reason that I could find is you don't want to reuse them due to the fact that you've got loads of heat cycles into the engine and the bolt expands and shortens, and etc, etc, etc. But I'm gonna take a gamble, since the engine only ran 3,000 kilometers originally, and the bolts are quite expensive to get them. So I'm taking my guess. I've seen people on YouTube reusing the bolt anyway. So yeah, I assume that it's still possible. You do need to lube them up correctly. You can use a special lube that you can buy, or in the manual it's set to use 10W30 as a lube, and you lube the underside of the ring, you lube the underside of the bolt head, and you lube the threads as well. First off, we're gonna clean them, put on the cylinder head, and then we're gonna continue putting everything in there and tightening it all down. We put the dowels in. We already put the head gasket on there to double check if it's the correct one and if it's in location, which all should be fine. I'm probably going to take the water pump off real quick to make it a little bit easier and more controllable, and then we're going to do cam and timing chain and everything. And we already have this one atop that sensor. It's somewhat not necessarily advised to do that. People say you need to put all of the cylinders, none on the top that sensor, but if you before you put the cam in there, because you can't press a valve into the cylinder head. So we will turn the engine over a little bit to make it easier to install it. So that's for now. Let's go clean these up and put on the head. So now you can see we lowered the cylinder a little bit. To find out that that's super shit. Jesus. So we found an issue with putting on the cylinder head, which is super stupid. These two brackets are in the way of putting on our cylinder head, which is super annoying. So now we need to figure out how we can change that without having to take everything off of the engine, since it's now super heavy. Okay, so a little thing to sort out. So let's try it again. It's still quite sturdy, but I removed one of the brackets holding the engine. So hopefully all goes well. This wasn't the stupidest thing I did. Starting to look like an engine. Again, time to put in some bolts. And I forgot to mention, we first need to torque them down to 12 Newton meters and then 39 and plus 90 degrees. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow the inside outside pattern that's needed to torque them down. And to make it a little bit easier, we're just gonna drill them in so the deck is flush. I'm gonna do that very carefully. But it's a lot of thread, so this is a quick and easy solution on doing that. So we took the head back off, didn't torque it down all the way, since for some reason that hole and this one a little bit is giving resistance on turning down the bolts, which we don't like. So we're gonna see if I have something to chase the threads and make the bolts go in nice and easy and subtle, so we can actually torque them down to spec as it should be. So this is interesting, and hopefully we can get that done today. Otherwise, this will be it for the video. Well, sometimes you just got to be lucky, since this is M11 1.5 thread. That's exactly the same as used on BMWs. So I actually have a tap to do the threads, as it's exactly actually do it. Only problem is this one's not long enough, so I am going to sacrifice one of them and extend it a little bit. So I'm just gonna either cut it and weld something in between or something like that, just to make it a little bit longer, and I can do all the threads. And I'm just to be sure, I'm gonna do all of them, not just those three, that one, and that one. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So now it's long enough. It's not pretty, but it works. Ugh. That's nasty. So that was what was in there. So it's good that we did this. So one of the things that is not clearly in the manual, you need to RTV this side of the bolt down plate for the cam, since there's no gasket there. It's the only little bit you need to do, that's it. So don't forget. So we can now put in our old camshafts, and we need to figure out which way it needs to go. This should go up. It should go up. So. So there we have it for today. Cam's in, tank chain's on, water pump's on, some little stuff to do. Still need to clean up the valve covers. There's still a lot of crud from powder coating in there, which I want to clean up properly because that's inside the oil system. Same counts for the oil pan. So yeah, it all looks good. I'm gonna need to do some rotation tests see if nothing interferes, but it should be fine because it's according to manual. And then next time we're gonna go and continue on our intake side and on our exhaust side for the carburetors that are gonna be on the car. And we can probably do a 3D scan of the entire engine to keep as a 3D scan to mock up how it's gonna fit inside the car when we take out the other engine. So we're gonna do some prep work on that to make that work. So for now, this is gonna be it. Probably gonna button up the last little bits next time without a video, maybe with, I don't know yet. And then we're gonna continue on some stuff on the car as well. And then we're one step closer to getting this one in. So see you guys next time. So I wanted to finish up the video here, just a little bit of extra. During the day I just put on the oil pan, put on the front timing cover and lash the valves. And I didn't want to put this on video since I think it's gonna look pretty freaking awesome. We got our fresh, it's a little bit dirty, but our powder coated valve cover, and I'm very curious to see how it's gonna look on the engine. So that's then truly it for this time. The engine is basically all together. Still need to, hello doggo. Still need to change a few things on the engine that I noticed. I forgot to buy a new oil pressure sensor, since this one is still very much burned and melted a little bit. Probably were out of stock when I did all the orders for the parts. And I need to get myself a new oil filler cap and oil dipstick. So yeah, so that's it for the engine. This will be sitting as a decorative piece probably for a little bit longer than I want to, but we're going to try and make as much progress as we can all the time. So that will be it for this time, and I hope to see you guys next time.